Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Near Protocol. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. If you haven't seen the previous update, make sure to watch that before watching this one. It's going to be linked in the top right-hand corner of the screen. And before we get into the TA, I quickly want to mention the donation link down below in the description. Feel free to help out the children in Gaza and feel free to donate them. Even a buck or two is going to be very helpful. Now let's jump into the TA. Taking a look at the daily chart, you can see we have the old Fibonacci retracement that we've had for a long time now. So since February, or since this high of February, and since this low in December 2022, we actually managed to come back all the way down to the 1.272, and our minimal technical target to the downside was met, and we even got below that slightly. So the next target was obviously 91 cents and then 78.5 cents, and those were the extension levels for you that I gave when we had this fractal. And then we started retracing and we started printing lower highs. And I gave you these levels. I gave you this massive support block between $1.10 down to 87 cents. And I told you within this blue support block, if you are able to have an average buy-in price somewhere in there, that would be fantastic. And as long as we are in that blue block, you can continue dollar cost averaging, even if your average buy-in price is somewhere, you know, at $2, $1.50, whatever. So this was an amazing buying opportunity. And let's say you did get into Near Protocol at $1.02. You were up 115%, and right now you're up 86%. So this was an incredibly amazing entry point. I was talking about this price back when we were sitting in this channel down pattern, and I told you guys that with a channel down pattern, we typically have a breakout. And that's exactly what we got here, and quite the strong breakout, of course. We got to $2.15 even. We touched that on November 20th. And I don't think we will be coming back down to $1 unless we have a major market crash. So from here on, I expect higher highs and higher lows. Now, can we get a major pullback? Of course. Like I said, if there is a black swan event, if the SEC decides to say something really negative about crypto, we could see a dip. And 20 to 30% is doable. So let's say we even drop down to $1.25. That would still be bullish as long as we hold this October 2023 low, because this is our bear market low and we do not want to be going above that. Of course, if we were able to break above the February 2023 high, that would be extremely bullish as well, because in that case, we would be breaking this resistance and we would be, confirming this uptrend, especially if we have a nice back test of support after that. That would be perfect. That's of course the bullish scenario. Now what I'm expecting here is for us to start retracing after we run out of steam, and then we hopefully are going to land on the bottom of this green support block. And this green support block is set up between $1.90 and $1.54 based on previous touches that we've had in 2022 and 2023 and 2021. As you can see, this was a massive support level back during the pullback in July 2021, and we could have another retest of that level in December 2023 or maybe January, depending on when we start the pullback. Of course, we could potentially just continue pumping and we don't have any pullbacks, but that's not very realistic. As you can see, every single time you get overextended, every single time there's a powerful move to the upside, we do get some sort of a retracement. Of course, during bull markets, these retracements are not as large as during the ones that we have during the bear markets, but still we are getting these retracement. For example, here in Near Protocol did a 46% retracement. Here in Near Protocol did a 51% retracement, and here we had a 63% retracement. So you can see these retracements do happen during bull markets. So we are not in a full-on bull market yet. So expecting a 20 to 30% retracement is not crazy. So I would not be buying any Near Protocol tokens right now. I would be getting them starting at $1.50 and below that. So $1.50, $1.48, $1.37, then you have $1.25, and then of course the top of this blue block is $1.10. So if you manage to catch the price in this blue block again, that's incredible. Feel free to average in. If not, then you did miss out slightly, but still this is not the end of the world. The RSI is getting a bit overextended, as you can see. We were in the overbought here, and we are printing some sort of a bearish divergence. So if you can see that the price action is printing higher highs, as you can see. Now if we take a look at the RSI here, from that exact same point, we are printing lower highs, and this is a bearish divergence. Usually this is followed up by a retracement, and a retracement, if we assume that we've already printed the local high, so we can set up a retracement here, and the golden ratio is sitting at $1.30, and the 0.5 is sitting at $1.40. So essentially, there's a good chance we could pull back down to 0.5 and have a bounce from there, because that's where we bounced off here at the start of the month in November. So we could have another bounce from $1.40 and have a move to the upside from there. So $1.40 would also be a great entry point in my opinion. Now let's switch over to the weekly chart. And before we continue with the video, I quickly want to mention my Patreon that's linked down below in the description. If you enjoy my content, you want to get more exclusive content, and you want to support me at the same time, definitely feel free to check out the Patreon, because you're going to get a 7-day free access on my Patreon and an instant access to all of my content since October 2021, which is when I started. You'll get access to content like exclusive weekly podcasts, and we're starting to invite guests already. We have 40 plus low cap gem posts. We have a bunch of project reviews. We have a bunch of resources that are going to help you save time and make more money with this upcoming bull market. So this is definitely a great exchange of value for the both of us. And once again, there's a 7-day free trial. Feel free to check it out. You can leave anytime, and let's continue with the video. Taking a look at the weekly, as you can see, we were in this falling wedge pattern, which is a bullish reversal pattern, and as you can see, we are seeing a nice breakout. The technical target is going to be all the way up here at $2.70 roughly, because that is where the wedge was created. So it took us around about a year for this thing to play out, but finally we are breaking out. We are running into the 55 EMA on the weekly though, so that could cause a temporary halt in this breakout. We could see a small retracement to $1.40-$1.30, like I said, and then another leg to the upside, and we could even take out $3.19, which is going to be this major resistance level, not only because there's a fib in there, but because the June 2022 bounce was off of that exact level, and then we lost it in October, November 2022, and we haven't retested that level since. So a retest of that resistance here is quite possible, and then a move back down potentially to $2 and so on and so forth. So that's the bullish scenario that I'm looking for here, but breaking above $2.60 is essential. Once we are able to do that, we can start getting a bit more bullish, and we can start setting more targets to the upside. As of right now, with the way things are looking, with the rejection that we're getting off of the 55 EMA, I can't really say officially that the bear market low has been printed, okay? Because we've seen this play out for many altcoins. You keep printing lower highs, you keep printing lower lows, and with every single pump, you get excited, and then you continue to the downside. So as not to do that again here, we're going to wait, and we're going to see what happens. If we get a pullback, great, we can buy in. If you already bought in here and we continue pumping, that's also great, because you're obviously making profit. Either way, anything below $1.50 in my opinion is a great buying opportunity. The 20 EMA on the weekly is sitting at $1.46, so I would target that as well. Because assuming we're going to be bullish for the next few months, we could be bouncing off the 20 EMA as support, because back in 2020, or back in the first half of the year, this was a major resistance level. As you can see, in March, April, and February, we were retesting this 20 EMA as resistance, and right now, hopefully, we are going to be able to flip it to support. Something to look out for as well is the bullish cross on the weekly here. So once the 20 EMA crosses above the 55, that is going to be a major signal. So this was your bearish cross that told you that you were going into a bear market, and since that low, obviously, we dumped even more. And the bear market bearish cross here did not come as soon as the bear market started, right? So it did not give you that signal all the way up here at $17. You got that signal over here at, $4 roughly. So you're not going to get the perfect entry point, with the bullish cross as well. So that is going to be a delayed effect because the pump will have started already. So just understand that if you want to be secure and safe, you can buy after you get the bullish cross, but you are going to miss out on some gains. And if we are going to be getting the bullish cross in a few months, then you potentially already have missed out on some potential gains because you have not bought in, let's say, at $1. Like I was buying in at $1 and my patrons were buying in at $1. So all of this potential profit that you could have had is not going to be there for you, but you are buying in with less risk of further pullbacks down. So that's your only benefit really from buying after the bullish cross. But of course, what we do here on the channel is we try to buy when things are boring, when things are dipping, when they're very overextended to the downside, so that we can secure these sort of moves to the upside. And if we take a look at the weekly RSI, you can see we're having a really, actually, before we do that, let's switch over to the 3-day chart. There we go. So on the 3-day chart, we broke above this major resistance trend line that I showed you in the last update, I believe, and we already are sitting very high here on the RSI. So keep that in mind. The stochastic is also pretty overextended. What else happened here? So we got the bullish cross in September. So that was September 16th on the 3-day chart. So September 16th was somewhere around here. So $1.13 is when you got that signal in the MACD. The stochastic was very low here. The RSI was low. So that was a good buying opportunity. And I was telling everyone that if I didn't have any near tokens and I was looking to buy some, $1, like around $1 is an extremely amazing entry point. Now back to the weekly chart. The stochastic is in the overbought, so this is already telling you that this move potentially ran its course, because once the stochastic gets to the overbought, which is above the index of 80, we usually see a retracement from there. So if you are able to catch the stochastic down here below the index of 20, feel free to take advantage of that and feel free to get some tokens for yourself. And the RSI will have to retrace because this is quite a powerful move in a month or so, and we want to see a pullback. So of course we could expect a pullback, and if you're looking at the weekly chart here, we could look at this area to be retested. So this little block here, which is set up from 47 to 40 on the index, that's where we could be looking for retracement. We cool off for a bit, and then we have our next move to the upside into the bull market, hopefully into 2024 and 2025. So that's really everything that I have for this video, guys. During the bull market, and once we start breaking out, of course, we'll have more targets to the upside, and hopefully we'll be targeting $44 at the very least for Near Protocol. That's going to be an incredible exit point based on this Fibonacci retracement, but we'll see if we can at least take out the all-time high first. Thank you very much for watching. Stay safe and have a great day.